Hello everyone, welcome back. We are here with Savannah Venger, the ex-Courier 6 of the Mojave Wasteland, and we are here to share with you someone else in the convoy. Now this is pretty important, well, for the world, but yeah, let's get started. They are over here. That is Noah, and we shall meet her in just a moment. But for now, as Noah has been pretty fond of saying, she tends to recite the core sense of the followers of the apocalypse. And she's repeated it so often that, Savannah kind of knows it. And it is, for millions of years, Earth was fertile and rich. Then pollution and the Great War took its toll. Civilization fell into ruin. Only a handful of scientists remain. They are the followers of the apocalypse. Men and women who have vowed to rebuild what was destroyed. The Ark II is one of their achievements, a mobile storehouse of knowledge, in this case crewed by Noah. Noah here is very proud of this vehicle, which was found at apparently it was found outside the boneyard, one of the old military bases outside the boneyard, and it was christened the Ark II. Noah is not certain if there was an Ark I. She knows of the Ark because there are still quite a few books around talking about the Ark, the one a long time ago, and this is the Ark II, which is humanity's best hope for growth and, recovering the non-brutal ways of life, farming, medicine, mechanics. There's nothing wrong with having vehicles and machinery and electricity, provided you don't use those to destroy people and the world again. So this was recovered from the boneyard, outside the boneyard, and one of the things that you guys may notice is this armored personnel carrier is not armed. There are no weapons on this vehicle whatsoever. They removed them. They're like, look, we're not here to spread war and destruction. We're here to spread knowledge and humanity and compassion. So yes, they have emblazoned this as with their symbol, the followers of the apocalypse, and rechristened this vehicle the Ark II. And Noah is very happily following those tenets. She is selling.
If you need fixing up, let's get a look at you.
Yeah, she's giving medical treatment to anybody who asks for it, including those who are unable to ask for it. She gives them medical attention. She follows the Hippocratic Oath. Now, she does have some things in here that some may consider to be bad, but again, as some people have said, down in Diamond City, moderation. Just do it all in moderation. Mentats aren't bad unless you go through an entire container in a day or less. Day Tripper's not bad unless you go through the whole container in a day or less. Daddy-O, XL, they're not bad unless you do too much of it. So, but she does make it, she does have you answer a number of questions to find out if you're truly addicted to it or if it's just occasional recreational use. But if you are addicted, she will use Addictol and some herbal remedies that utilize mutated fern and some thistle and a few other things blended correctly. And yeah, in case she doesn't have Fixer or Addictol on hand, she can try using other means. But predominantly, as you can see, she sells purified water, Rad-X, Radaway, stim packs. She can do some minor surgeries, but she can. It's not great. This is basically a MASH unit, a mobile army surgical hospital unit. It's not perfect, but she can. Basically, she would end up using her bed if necessary. But something some of you may have also noticed about this particular armored personnel of Courier is it's very heavily armored, but not armed, and it would take a lot to take this vehicle out. But someone in the travels through Kansas, one of the raider groups in Kansas, the Yippee Cow Ways or something like that, they're kind of forgettable, but kind of not, because, well, one of their explosive devices destroyed this wheel here. So, to maintain a balance on the road, they removed the center wheel and tire and everything, just removed that and popped it on the back. That way they're able to maintain, four corners of the vehicle on the ground. So its maneuverability is reduced a bit. They don't have all six wheels turning the vehicle, but, they don't have six-wheel drive anymore, but they do still have five-wheel drive, and the vehicle is balanced. They haven't replaced the wheel yet because, well, most of the wheels that they found in the Wasteland have been pretty banged up. And hang on a second, guys. I need to change the weather because we're about to get rain again. Oh, I think I typed it in wrong. FW 2B52A. There we go. Okay, sorry if my hand got in there, but yeah, I saw the rain clouds coming in, and I don't need a cloudy day or rain happening during this tour. And it really gets my cooling fan going crazy because of all the rain falling and the lightning and me walking and then it trying to produce this whole settlement. Yeah, my cooling fan goes crazy. So, back into the tour. So, yeah, they haven't really been able to replace the wheel yet, but they're still on the lookout for another one. I did give you a little bit of a look over here, but yeah, here's a stronger one, stronger light. And yeah, let's take a look at the inside. This vehicle is very tough. It doesn't look like much, but it's got it where it counts. So it's cramped, but it is livable and workable. She has a lot of storage for all sorts of things. Some of her clothes, although she does have a few more of her clothes and belongings up there, but storage for medicinal stuff, crafting, clothing, keeping herself clean, things like that. Her bed does fold up, and if necessary, she can use this bed as a makeshift surgery table. She'll just take her sleeping bag off and drop it on the ground. So she'll sleep here next to the patient. And she does have basic first aid, basic healing information. I mean, you'd be amazed how many people don't even remember how to do any of this stuff. How to deal with choking, how to deal with bleeding and sprains. I mean, hell, a lot of the raiders out there are like, ooh, your ankle's sprained. Ooh, we got to put you out of your misery. And then they shoot you in the head. It's like, I'm not a horse. You know, just give me some first aid. And they're like, we did. We put a bullet in your brain. So that's their idea of first aid. It happened. That was their first thought. They thought it would help them. So first aid. Boom. Raiders are stupid. So here you can see that she is growing carrot flowers, thistle, melon blossoms. Those are being used for crafting, medicinal crafting. But she's also got a little taste of home from the Mojave Wasteland. She's got a little cactus that's still flowering, a little aloe plant, and another little plant that I can't remember the name of, but it's really neat. And hello, King. Good old King. Who's a good boy, King? Is a good boy over there? No, you're a good boy, King. You don't have to look for a good boy. You're the good boy. That's right. You're the good boy. Oh, look at those teeth. Okay. So, you can see she's also growing some ash blossom. That is very difficult to come by, so she's very grateful that they were able to find some, and she is growing as much of this as possible. But you can see she's got her little, what is that? Her chemistry, creation, concocting, crafter. That thing right there. And, you know, again, she does have some fixer. She's able to get fixer. A number of other, she's got, kind of hard to see. I might have to use a different, but you can kind of see right there. She does have super stim packs, as well as cat eye and Hydra for helping with injured limbs. She's got some healing powders that she still has the recipe for from the Mojave, and she's got vodka. Vodka is, she's got a lot of vodka. Vodka is great as an antiseptic, as an antibacterial. It's good for brushing your teeth. Kills the germs, and kills the germs for surgery and such like that as well. So she does have a lot of vodka on hand. She doesn't partake of it, but sometimes it is used in some, well, like in making Hydra, it is one of the liquid ingredients used to mix the other ingredients necessary to get Hydra to work properly. Again, some more treatment posters. She's got a doctor's bag up here, ready to go. Surgical instruments and things like that. Radio for keeping in touch with Savannah and in the EM-250, as well as some of the other vehicles in the convoy that happen to have a radio. She can keep in touch with them. But she's also got, she's also got some radio plays and music, as well as medical texts, just things that she can listen to, and more plants so that she can, again, make more medicine. And, yeah. Immediate care, for contaminated wounds. So, you know, she knows how to deal with radiation sickness and issues. A cooking station here, and she's got some Mirelurk chowder, looks like. Looks delicious. And she's got some fun reading material. Tales of Chivalry and La Fantoma. She likes La Fantoma. That one's a fun issue for her, fun title for her. She likes this woman who figures out mysteries, and sometimes breaks into places, but mostly she figures out mysteries and helps people. She's got a Today's Physician. She's got a bunch of those in storage as well, but looks like she needed this one for some article in it, probably pertaining to what she's doing here. But she also has A Lad's Life, which is some more outdoor survival information, outdoor medical survival information, any kind of outdoor survival, cooking, cleaning, raising a tent, just anything that one would need to know how to do if you're away from hospitals and actual medicine and, hunting and things, food gathering and things like that. What plants are going to kill you, what plants aren't. There's a first aid kit already in this vehicle, as well as a fuse box, but yeah, in the intervening years, the door, the lid to the fuse box has been lost. And yes, she does have a couple of containers of shotgun shells, because even though she is a follower of the apocalypse and they do not like going around spreading knowledge of how to destroy, she's also not an idiot. She's not going to walk out there. Noah's not going to walk out there and say, excuse me, shooting each other is bad and wrong, so, please don't do it, okay? Here's a flower. She knows that's not going to work against raiders. We're just assholes with a gun. So she does have a shotgun, and she's got a little sawed-off shotgun that she carries with her, and if she needs to defend herself, she will shoot the fuckers to defend herself. But if they're still alive, she will go back out there and she will try to treat them for their wounds and try to get them to not be dicks anymore. So, yeah, she doesn't specifically go out and, hey, I'm going to drum up business and shoot people. No. But if she does shoot somebody and she can help them, she will if they request it. Not all raiders. A lot of raiders are like, nah, I was shot and it's my destiny and I gotta be brave, and then they die and whatever. So, but yes, she will defend herself. She's not an idiot. And as some of you have noticed, yes, this is a portrait of the King of New Vegas. And she does have a candle burning. Now the candle burning is not because the King of New Vegas is dead. On the contrary, the King of New Vegas is alive and well and running New Vegas. Not running New Vegas. He's not the King of New Vegas. He's the King of Freeside. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. But because the King of New Vegas is Mr. House. But thanks to Savannah, Mr. House did not have the king and his faction destroyed. She talked him into letting him live. It's like, dude, he wants to keep Freeside free. He wants to keep Freeside from being under control of the NCR, just like you. You don't want the NCR taking control of anything around here. Neither does he. He wants it to remain free. Free from, any kind of tyranny. That was the word I was looking for. Free from tyranny. So, yeah, you can have your robots. I forgot what they're called. You can have your robots patrolling. That's fine. And I'm trying to go through Victor's dialogue in my head of what the hell kind of robot he is, and I forgot. But anyway, a 2060B, he's a model 2060B, yes. The hell is he? Anyway, you can have your robots patrolling like police officers, that's fine. But just let them stay free. Let them make their own decisions. Help them out if they need it. If they need it, don't go in there just guns blazing and blasting the shit out of Freeside. You have the entire strip. You got the three families under your one house. And it's raising a lot more profit for you than this little dinky Freeside. So let Freeside stay free. And Mr. House said, you are my highest, toppest lieutenant. He didn't use the word toppest. He's too educated for that. Okay, he's a friend of yours. You've done very well by me. Okay, Freeside can stay free as long as the king maintains order. And the king has maintained order. Now, what is the point of all of that? Well, she's got a thing for the king. Noah likes the king a lot. And she actually did tell him before she left, King, I've got a fire burning in my heart for you. And he said, darling, I'm sorry, I just can't leave Freeside. It still needs me. I still need to run it. I'm sorry, darling, I just can't leave. But I will give you something very special. Come back in 3 days, and I will give you something very special. So she asked Savannah here to come back, to basically wait for 3 days before they had to leave. And she explained why. You know, it's like, oh, the king said he was going to give me something in 3 days. And Savannah was like, okay, well, it's still going to take us 2 days to get ready. We can still wait another day before we leave. It's all good. And hey, the king is the best. There is nobody like the king. The king is the best. Anything for the king. So on the 3rd day, the king gave Noah this portrait of himself that he had commissioned, but instead of the artist signing it, the king himself, you can kind of see a signature there. The king himself, King of Freeside, signed this portrait and gave it to her. And it took about 10 minutes after he gave it to her before we could part them. Not that we tried to pull them apart or anything, but yeah, there was a lot of hugging and kissing and googly eyes and everything. So the king does love her, but he can't leave. He's got to maintain Freeside. He's got to make sure Freeside stays free. So she's going to go back someday. She's going to take Arc 2 and go back to the Mojave someday to be with the king. Just not yet. And some of you may have also noticed a few other things about this. Yes, that is the door to the driving section. And no, those handrails are not going into the door itself. The handrails are going into the door frame, because you can see that the door, it's a separate section. You can see the raised area that goes all around in between the railings, which are stuck in the door frame. So it's not a very big door. It's like a submarine door. You open the door, you duck, you go through, step through, close the door, and stand up a little bit. But that goes into the driving section, and the section that has the
Let me take a look at you.
hatch right there. So Noah is able to go through the door, climb up a ladder, open the hatch, and excuse my hand for a moment. And then she is able to go up here. So there's the hatch. She climbs up and sits up here and enjoys the view. And this is a gorgeous view. This is actually one of the best views around, because nobody else is sitting up as high. Painting all fast and stuff. Sorry about that. So Noah has got a hell of a view. And a little side note, put this rug here. I didn't even have to resize it. It fit perfectly where this turret used to, well, not used to, there was never a turret on here, but where the turret would go, this rug just, boom, snapped right into place. It was awesome. It was so cool. I was like, damn, this thing, it's like this rug was meant for this seating area. It was awesome. And yes, there's one other thing that makes Noah a little, a little bit of an outcast amongst the rest of the outcasts, so to speak. Noah really likes Nuka Wild, and she will ask for it by name. Now, fortunately, she is lucky that this location does have, oh, I forgot. That's what I forgot. There we go. They do have Nuka-Cola machines, and, you know, there is a Nuka Wild in there. And in this establishment, which we will see later, he does sell some Nuka Wild and stuff like that. But this place also is stocked with Vim. But if you don't...
How's it going?
Hey, Willow. Oh, it's so good to see you, hon. But if you're not drinking Sunset Sarsaparilla, come on. What kind of cowgirl, cowboy, cowpoke are you? So, they brought this with them. It's on the back of that vehicle over there. They did carry it. And somehow, there is a Sunset Sarsaparilla Eastern Division here, because they have seen some Sunset Sarsaparilla machines that look very similar to these two, and they are being restocked with sarsaparilla. So, somebody comes by and does refill this machine, but nobody is talking about if they've seen the person doing it. It's one of the mysteries. Who keeps stocking these soda machines? Anyway, yes, that is Noah and her ark. I just got that. Anyway, yeah, apparently her parents really liked that name, and they gave it to her. Don't see why not. It's a nice name. It's post-apocalypse. Who else says it has to be? You know, so yeah. Hello, King. Good old King. He's a good king. So, thank you so much for joining me and sitting and watching this episode. I appreciate it. Remember, be excellent to each other and to yourself, and party on. Thank you so much.